Take two. Oh, this would be take one. This would be take one for the people that didn't see the first take where it was all, yeah, it was all back to front. So this is take two. It seems I'm going to add this to the list of things I'm going to say, actually, because it's all within the theme of YouTube. So let me, first and foremost, let me get rid of the one before, because I know people's out there are probably still trying to connect to that one. That's the first thing that we're going to do, is remove the incorrect live. Hello, Dave. Good to see you. Where is it? Paranormal Waffle, blah, 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 blah. Privatize. Save. There we go. How are you doing? Oh, as I was saying on the other live, which for some reason had me that way round instead of that way round. Been a long day. I was in a bit of a rush to try and get on, so I haven't been able to prepare too much because I've been in Cannock Chase all night, and yeah, I've only like got back like a few hours ago, so I was like, I need to go live. Welcome in, Anne Twingo. Good to see you here. Hopefully, you're doing good this evening. Let me bring this up as well so I can see the comments a bit bigger because they are teeny tiny on here. So I can see the comments a bit bigger. I don't want to repeat myself. Okay, how are you doing, Anne? I didn't get a chance to nip to the graveyard yesterday because do you know what, Chris? I forgot to ask him about that. I was meant to say to him when I was there, if there's like there might be a fault on his app or something, and I forgot. Tammy, good to see you. Maltor, good to see you. You're on it like Sonic today, I must say. Maltor's on overtime. He's up clicking like mad. How is everybody? Oh, I don't know what time it was by the time I got to sleep yesterday, and I woke up at 11 in the middle of the woods in a tent. So, where there's meant to be demons, and well, I don't know if there's demons. There's meant to be black-eyed children, pig-headed man, all sorts of crazy stuff, to be honest with you. Just like absolute madness. And yeah, just all sorts of things going on. But I also met somebody, went down there, who I'm going to leave as anonymous for now. And he informed me of some things as well, which I might go into a little bit on here. I don't know if I'll name any names, but it's all, do you know what I mean? It's all insightful stuff. The whole YouTubing business and stuff. So yeah, we will see. I feel bad for Maltor because he's just clicking like crazy. The thing is, Maltor, if it's a bot account, they won't see anything anyway because it'd just be automated. I'm guessing it would be anyway. I don't bloody know. Wait, can you still see stuff? I don't know. I don't know. Bloody, I ain't got a clue. Oh, it's hilarious for you. Okay. Maltor's enjoying it. How is everybody doing, though? It's still quite, it's very British of me. I'm going to talk about the weather now. It's still very quite nice out at the moment. And soon as well, if you haven't seen Chris's rendition, Fright Night Project's rendition of it, his one come out the other week in the farmhouse. The longer version of that will be at some point next month. I just realised I got to do a bloody thank you video as well because it's the 31st. I'm late. I'll have to do that tomorrow. I'll have to do it tomorrow. So that's going to be been put together soon, and there's another video coming out as well. Do you know, I'll do it monthly update because that's due tomorrow. Well, it's due now, but I'll do it tomorrow. So, what's this going to be about? Well, about YouTube, about being a YouTuber, the difficulties of being a paranormal investigator on YouTube, the paranormal communities, the absolute waffle and nonsense that is out there, because there's a lot of it. it's just so much to go into. Like, there's a lot of pathetic stuff as well online. There's so much pathetic stuff online that it's just annoying. Some stuff, um, I probably can't legally go into. Not that I've done anything, but my solicitor has told me to not talk about or respond to said individual because it will dampen the case. So I'll leave it at that. So I won't be going into that. But other than that, I will talk about many other things. Chris is saying, just go ahead, start a war. Let's start a war. War. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Sing it again. Yeah. All good. I went to a witch shop yesterday, and the pigeon necklace I thought of you. Pigeons. Don't get me started with pigeons. Hello, Wavy. To be you. What? But what? But what? What's the but for? I don't know. Do you like my shelf? Got me horror stuff up there and whatnot. Crazy stuff. Anyway, welcome in everybody. I'm not actually out and about today. There's no investigation where I'm going to be out and about today. But if you want to just sit in and chill and have a little chat and say your penny's worth and potentially disagree with things I might be saying or agree with things that I might be saying, have at it. Anybody that comes in that's rude, obnoxious, an idiot, um, will be pretty much taken off. I'll tell you what, I'll give you money if you give me money, because I need money. That is something I need. So if you give me 5 million, I'll give you 2 million. Deal? So basically, let's start with YouTube. So there's a I don't know if anyone else gets this that does YouTube. There's an issue with YouTube where it's relentless. Like, if you miss, and I don't know if bigger channels find this, or if it's just channels which are like sort of medium size or lower view channels, but if you miss a week, your view count halves the next time you put a video out. So it's like you can't have a life and do anything without it causing a problem. And then also, if you're live and then the signal drops and you're out and about, and then people leave because they obviously think, oh well, clearly the video's foofed up, right? That then f's up the algorithm. So then when it comes back on again, no one else sees it because it stops pushing it to an audience. That's also a problem, right? That's an issue as well. Okay. I was speaking to a few people yesterday, and one of them was like, oh, some of my views have like gone a bit funny, and they weren't well for a little bit, so they couldn't post anything. And I was like, it's because you were unwell and you had that section of time off. Now I don't know if that's just in my head that that's happening, or if this is something that's genuine happening. We got Witcher saying absolutely. I'm an entertainer. This I entertain for a living. I start drama, get views. The more trouble you start, the more watch. There is that as well. But do you know what? That's getting into the YouTube drama side of things as well. I was first and foremost, I was getting into the nitty gritty of just YouTube as a platform and the fact that they need to like implement hardware ID bans like ASAP, because if games can do it, YouTube needs to do it. And I'll probably be having a word with them soon about everything that I have that, plays up and stuff, to see what they can do about these issues. Bro, you're the chillest guy I've seen on whole YouTube. You'd be surprised of how many. There's a lot of great. I mean, don't get me wrong. I am on a little bit of the weird side. Like, I am definitely on the weird side. But I think I know what you mean as well. What we're talking about? A lot of subjects. Paranormal stuff, people that don't have a bloody clue about the paranormal, people that claim to be able to debunk and are just half-arsed debunkers. Drama being caused on YouTube for no reason other than clicks and flicks and clicks and flicks. All of this All of this absolute waffle and nonsense that is social media and content creation. There we go. Do I collect Lego? I do not. I've never collected Lego. I had what are them called? Ah, I can't remember what it was called now. Used to like pop the pieces together. I had some of that, but I can't remember what it was called. Mark, would you like a new pack of tarot cards? I mean, if you want to, I recently got given one by Robin. So I've got 2 packs already. So if someone else wants it that needs cards, then give it to somebody who needs them more than me. It's very toxic out there, especially in the paranormal field. Yes. And do you know what? A lot of people have been driven out of the paranormal field due to toxicity, due to people causing problems, due to people getting in people's heads and making them think and feel and act in certain ways. Um, and then there's egos get in the way, people thinking they're God Almighty online, people thinking they're better than anyone else in the field. Nobody knows how this paranormal lark works. Nobody knows. Nobody has the right to go. Oh, I've been doing this for 50 years. Therefore, I'm the best person to. Meanwhile, they're chatting in a room to cat balls, right? If you want to use cat balls, use them. But for me, nah, nah. There's so little flashy balls on the ground. I don't want to play with flashy balls, which may be a surprise to some people. Well, a bird told me a certain big debunker favors and chooses who they like and whatever is fake or not. Back pocket friend, that is. It's a back pocket friend. It's a back pocket friend for you. I mean, at the end of the day, people on YouTube will spout stuff, cause drama, create problems, and they don't care who they step on and what they do. They will make promises. They will say that they know things when they don't know things. They will make half-arsed attempts at debunks and just cause drama for the sake of clicks and views. And a lot of people will end up, some people will end up getting feeling down about this, and it will affect them mentally about this. Um, I've had my fair share of people pop at me with the whole I don't believe this, I don't believe that, and making wrongly accused assessments and judgments on content, which is completely nonsense. And there's a video on the channel where you can see that particular thing. That the individual known as Beardo has not done anything about me since. So we're just sort of in this, he does his thing, I do my thing, and we're at this sort of mutual stay out of each other's feet kind of thing. I did apologize for things where, I may have said things to in the past regarding things that, those things. So I had hold my hands up for that, but I don't agree with, some of his methods, and there's many other people that don't agree with his methods, which have since, fallen out with him as an individual. But this isn't about him. This is about like YouTube as a whole, like drama as a whole on YouTube. That's just like one example within the midst of thousands of people online. Obviously, he's the top of the area when it comes to the debunking side of things. And obviously, I'm with my personal things that have happened in the past, which I've sort of put in the past now. That's the only example that I have. I stand firm to my. Wait, I'm saying you think you caught something paranormal is like calling it a bunch of people's to say they didn't. Just keep going. It's possible to catch. I stand firm to my beliefs. No one can make me stop doing what I do. I just choose to not to make it public. Merchandise. Thank you, Dave. Merchandise is available. Love the way people say they don't believe things come out with me. Then you'll see interesting things happen. Things can happen. I mean, some people haven't got the time to do it. Some people haven't got the patience. I never had the patience. It took me a while to get the patience. So yeah, adding to the 50 million people name dropping him. Yeah, there is a lot of drama out there. Now, initially, I thought, is this just a ploy where people are? It is a ploy to a certain degree. Some people are jumping on the bandwagon of cause drama, let's cause a ruckus because ruckuses create views. And that might be through debunking or, just having an alternate opinion or anything like that. Chris knew this when he created the roasts a while back. And they were done in a completely different way, in a new, unique way. And, you know, I wasn't a fan of some of the content in them. I did join one of them. I wasn't necessarily a fan of the um, finger pointing at people and like taking personal digs, but they worked, didn't they? They brought in the views because drama sells. Now I don't like drama. Some people could be saying, "Well, this is drama. This is drama, Mark. What are you talking about? You don't like drama? You're causing drama right now." No, I'm just talking plain fact and talking about the paranormal as a whole, YouTube as a whole, things that happen on YouTube. These are actual things. They're not half-arsed things that aren't happening. These are genuine things that are going on YouTube. You're doing a quiz? Not today. I'm having a waffle. When I say a waffle, I don't mean one of those waffles. I mean a waffle, like a waffling with my mouth. Now, there's the paranormal communities as well. Some of them might not like me. That I might not make their cup of tea, and each to their own. I can understand. I'm like Marmite sometimes, and not everybody likes the shouting and the calling out and the taunting that I do in places, and they prefer the quiet, holding hand, talking to catball kind of avenue. There are some people here that like that avenue that also do watch me, and I appreciate you for, you know, even though it's not your cup of tea, you still enjoy it. So I appreciate you for joining. And again, I wouldn't ever hold anything personal against you for talking to catballs or what do you call, like, spirit talking apps and stuff like that. I mean, I think they're all, yeah, personally, but I'm not going to stop you. You know, that would be wrong of me to tell you what to do in your life. That's so, as long as you're not hurting or harming anybody, then have at it. Peace and love, right? Yes, Dan, yes. Because I usually get my ass kicked. Yeah, I know. But has anyone else got a point or anything they want to say on this matter? Let's all just let's just have a chat. Let's just all discuss and talk. I didn't really know what to go on and do the live on today, and I was just like, screw it. Let's just talk about just talk about being a YouTuber. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's not that easy. Not many people out there will admit that doing content creation is hard. A lot of people will think, "Oh, what are you talking about? You just grab a camera, you go out, you film, you post it online, job done." But then you've got everything that comes with it, all the baggage that comes with it. You've got the trolls that come with it that just have no lives whatsoever, and all they do is just troll because that's it. Basically, they've got nothing else in their lives. I don't know what their reasons are. And then you've got people intentionally going out their way to cause problems, and then you've got people faking stuff. And then because people are faking stuff, nobody trusts anything. And then you've got all the AI, which now nobody believes anything because of the AI. It's a right ball ache. And then on top of that, YouTube doesn't work at the best of times because it's ran by algorithms and robots itself. You've got an AI system blocking channels for AI content, but they're using an AI system to block the channels for AI content. And they're getting incorrectly blocked. I know somebody, Dean, uh, previously Spiritual Awakening, I think now Ezekiel Spiritual Awakening. He got shadow banned. No, not shadow banned, sorry. He got demonetized for apparently using AI's, like, repetitive AI thumbnails, which isn't something in their list. But their AI, YouTube's AI, picked that up. It's like, sorry, what? How did you do a mechanic chase? It was pretty mental, I'm not gonna lie. I will talk more about that into future though. Um, but yeah, it was definitely interesting. Creepy, nothing too mental. We'll see though. I've got to look back at the footage. If we're doing open talk, I think Ouija brothers are fake. They fake activity to debunk it. That's a comment from Fright Night Project Chris. So what he's saying and suggesting is Ouija brothers are lying in their content and faking stuff and then debunking it to make themselves look like they're genuine. What an interesting front that would be if that's true. What a very interesting front. I don't think it's just a I personally think this world doesn't believe things because it frightens them, and I don't want to know what the truth or what's going on Plus. We're not meant to know. I collect. No, I do not. You love your collections, don't you? Ask me if I collect all sorts. Yeah. Do paranormal researchers appreciation live in live in a few days? Because anyone's going to. I'm so dyslexic. Going out looking for paranormal or working in the field, don't think a lot of the small ones get enough credit. There's not a lot of people that gets credit. Welcome in, Kate. Good to see you here. Um, as always, it's a pleasure as always. Uh, you're on Discord, aren't you, Kate? I'll have a word with you at some point if you're free. Nocturnal radio frequency. Yeah, nocturnal freak. Oh, is it at nocturnal frequency? Welcome. Good to see you again. How you doing? Hope you're doing well as well. Just talking about all this, like sort of the communities online and how. Do you know that's probably why as well? So, Sir Spookfest, welcome in. Yeah, or Ryan, welcome in. That's probably what was I saying? It's gone from my head. What was I saying? Um, Someone remind me. What did I say just then? Hello, host. Hello, my name's Mark. But welcome in. Good to see you. Are you into the paranormal? Are you into the YouTubing and all that malarkey? Because that's what we're talking about. Communities, communities. What was I saying? Someone say what I was about to say because it's gone from my bloody head. Okay. Yeah, so someone else was having it play up as well. So it's gone from my head. I was talking about dramas and the communities. Ah, that was it. I think a lot of the time, right, the reason nobody can actually find any concrete conclusions for the paranormal is because nobody agrees with each other. And everybody thinks that they're the ones that are right. And everybody's like, I mean, don't get me wrong, right? When it comes to content creation on YouTube, there's a small minority of people that aren't doing it to try and get somewhere, and they're just doing it just because. And, they're not caring about if there's a channel massively bigger than them, they're just doing it because. And on the majority, anyone that's content creating is doing it because they want their channel to do good. They want to be seen, they want to be known. But to a certain degree, you have to like come to some sort of agreement with people. It is healthy to have debate, but when that debate turns into something nasty and horrible to create problems and drama, that's where it gets a little bit iffy. The problem with society today, everybody thinks their opinion is the only option and they're right. Nobody debates respectfully anymore. That was a tongue twister. Some people are just attention seekers. Don't get me wrong, I'm an attention seeker. I'm an attention whore. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to gain attention by making somebody else feel bad that doesn't deserve to be made to feel bad. Does that make sense? And I'm not going to do stuff that's going to physically really hurt me in order to get their attention. That's where the line is. I will jump around like a lunatic, going "Da, da, 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 spirits, demons, entities," and all that shite. But, but other than that, yeah. As soon as there's a camera on me, I'm like that. Hello, hello, hello. Like Stu. He's very, very to the point. Was Stu yesterday? He went live, and I came in front of the camera, and I went, "Hello, I'm just," and he went, "You're just, filling up my entire screen," or something like that. And I'm like, "True, true, yeah, this is very true." He goes live, and then I go in front of his camera. So yeah, center of attention. I get that. But I'm not a nasty person. There's a lot of nastiness online, and there's no room for it. And there's people that are pretending to be nice, and then secretly scheming things behind the scenes. You wouldn't know the amount of stuff that I have heard from different individuals about this type of thing going on online. It gets to a point. I get that it's all hearsay. Okay, I get that it's hearsay, but it gets to a point where you hear so many voices say something that it's like, well, there's got to be some truth behind that. Do you know what I mean? Especially when it's coming from very credible people, that I won't name, because they won't like me saying it online. We know people like that, don't we? I believe their names was Laverne and Shirley. Laverne and Shirley. That's an in joke, isn't it? Which I don't understand. YouTube in general is hard, and then throw in the paranormal. Do you think as well a little bit that people are being intentionally put out there to disarm things because they don't want people to find things out? So there's like naysayers that are like planted. Oh, this is very tinfoil hat stuff. So don't quote me and go, Mark says this. But do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean by that? Oh, it was an American sitcom. Oh, okay. You should get medicine for the voices you hear. Which ones? Stop the pigeon. Stop the pigeon. Stop. Oh, right. That's actually not a pigeon either. That's actually that's somebody I know in a mask that the picture's been taken. I believe copying someone's photograph though is flattery. Don't talk to me about voices. I gotta listen to Jeff all the time. Oh, that's funny. But like, do you know what the other thing is as well? Like, there's debunking online where people are no longer debunking. Do you know what I mean? Like, debunking is no longer debunking. Debunking now, by some people, not all people, I'm sure there's some people out there that do it properly, but have you noticed that now people just half-arsed say stuff, and then it causes problems, and then those problems kick off with other people, and then it causes a right? Do you know what I mean? That's what's going on, and I'm like, how is no one else seeing this? Like, it's like something happens now, right? Okay, let me think. So, oh, there we go. There's a good example, right? See that's moving over there, look. Now, I could be naive. I could be a naive investigator, and I could be like, Spirit, if you're here, could you move something? Look, it's moving. That must be a ghost, right? Then these people, these debunkers, come along and they go, that's a string. There's a string on that. They're pulling it with a string. No, it's the fucking wind. Do you know what I mean? They don't actually say what it really is. They're taking like not even educated guesses. They're taking, what's the word that I'm trying to think of? I can't think of the words. It's like the opposite of educated, uneducated guesses. That's what they're taking. They're sort of using words and phrases known by other debunkers or people that know the shit that they're doing. Because there's people out there that have, like, they're editors, right? And they edit for a living. So if an editor watches something and can see an editing mistake that's fake, that's it. You got the credentials. If you're not an editor and you've barely ever edited in your life, and you're using something like, I don't know, some sort of AVI editor or some power director or something like that, right? Don't come along and say, "Oh, there's a special cut there." You have no right to say that. And I'm not saying if someone said that with me. I'm just being on in general online. And if you're gonna have a pop about anything that's visual on screen and talk about, oh yeah, no, that's been created because of the shutter speed, because you've read something online about shutter speed, unless you've worked with cameras or you've properly researched it, shut up. Because you're probably gonna make yourself sound stupid. My advice to you, right, is go have a little bit of research so you don't make yourself sound stupid. And anyone else, right, that's out there to watch these videos, take it with a pinch of salt. If they don't have the credentials to say what they're saying, it means they're just saying it to create drama, clicks, likes, and that's it. That's all they're doing it for. Same with people that are doing the paranormal, works on both sides of the table, okay? If I have to fundamentally prove that something definitely is a ghost, I never do, by the way, but if I do have to prove that fundamentally in the eyes of science and the skeptics, then the skeptic and debunker has to fundamentally prove that it definitely is either someone faking it or something that's natural, without a doubt. Do you see, where are we at? Is there any talk of paranormal or just complaining about debunking? Um, well, it's paranormal and in general. I'm speaking the truth. It's haunted the truth. So I'm talking about everything. We're talking about the paranormal now. What is going on with some of these people commenting? People were in lives dropping their, but they dropped at their heads at birth. Dan. I've had disembodied footsteps walk up to me in an old fort, legends for hundreds of years. The soldier's heroine that caught it on camera walking up to me. Do you know, people wouldn't believe this either. That's the thing as well. Nobody believes anything. There's the reason why you have to mention and rant about the half-arse debunking is because now the paranormal is not being taken serious enough. Call it paranormal, call it what you want, right? Genuine investigators are not being taken serious enough. The only people that are being, like, in the limelight are people that are faking it and people that are calling out the people that are faking it. And then the people that are faking it to make themselves look good and then debunking it in the moment, like Chris was saying earlier. And it's really difficult to investigate places and go there. I was saying yesterday, when in Cannock Chase, I was like, I can make this episode look wild, like this place is wild, by just cutting out all the dross. But the reality is, for most of the night, we just sat about waiting, talking, having a laugh, trying to make things happen by shouting at air. That's the reality of investigating. It's going to places for up to, from anything from 2 to 8 hours, and sitting there, calling out, waiting, over and over and over and over again, constantly. And on the most part, F all happens. And it's very rare you get something happens and then you focus in on that part. And the second you focus in on that part, oh, that can't be real. It's mental. Mental. My ex used to say she was fake. My response was, oh, good Lord, Dan. Even though it was live chat and I got up, looked around, no other people around, so footsteps from legendary place with actual legends caught There's so much fake out there. Yeah, I know. There's so much people faking out there. The people faking it are ruining it as well. Fakery online all over the place. A lot of them, though, have openly admitted that they're faking, and then some of them went over from faking it to then debunking it. Lainey and Ben. Um, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they're still in the scene or not. I don't know. It certainly is. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're enjoying what you're doing and you want to do it, then do it. I mean, Lee from Really Haunted, nothing affects him. It's obviously fake, but then I suppose you could just be like, well, just look at it like a fictional horror film. You don't have to believe him. I think once one person says someone's fake, then you don't need to constantly keep saying they are, because the people that believe will always believe. They always will. Hey, which Handycam HDR series is the best? The Sony H the the fourth head hair, that one. It is the AX53. I did a review on the channel. Go check that one out for more details. But yeah, normally I don't go into the nitty gritty of all of this, and I do talk about paranormal experiences, and I do talk, or I go on an adventure and stuff like that. But it's just doing my tits in. Like, it gets to a point where you're like, someone's got to say something, and I want to say it, but not be nasty about it. Do you know what I mean? Some skepticism is healthy. I think we risk reverting of era of thunderstorms being God's will. Yes, yes. So like back in the day, people would say, like the Romans, or is it the Greeks? The Greeks would be like, "Oh, there's a thunderstorm. That therefore that's Zeus." That's known as the gap of the gods. So you're basically inserting a mystical phenomenon to explain something you don't understand due to your own lack of understanding. It's basically an ignorance. So due to the ignorance of the individual, they insert a mystical force to explain it. That's what Maltor's trying to say there. Am I right saying that? I think I am. Consider subscribing. Yes, I mean, please do. We have caught many things in the past with Chris and didn't hear it first, but we've captured, and that's been on many occasions. Many things have been caught, many things I can't explain. I know there's people out there that will question some of these things. I'm actually friends with one of the people that questions some of the stuff, and it just comes to a conclusion of, well, let's agree to disagree, because I don't think it is. I know these things can happen, and I let him have his opinion, and he lets me have mine, and then we just move on, which is how it should be. We shouldn't allow other people's thoughts and feelings to affect us, because as soon as you allow people's thoughts and feelings to affect you, that's when the problems can occur. Hello, Admit. Good to see you. Yes, I do, Dan. The one that was like, sorry. It was really scary. I can't explain it. I had some voices last night, to be fair. Need to check back at those. But in general, how is everyone? I won't go on too late tonight. I debate even leaving this live up, to be fair. We'll see how it goes. See how I feel. 'Cause sometimes I say stuff and I'm like, oh shit, like, is that gonna put people off? People are used to like seeing the investigating side of things, so they really want to hear me ramble on about stuff. Like one person here already is like, "You just gonna keep rambling on about this?" Yeah, you got a point. You got a point. But if no one says it, then you know what I mean. If other people have the rights to their opinions and half-arsed things that they say and do, then surely I have the right to my opinion and half-arsed shit that I say and do. Mate, when people come in and complain, they're here listening. So, true. This is true. It's very true. And sometimes with a lot of people out there, it's a waiting game, isn't it? With certain situations, everybody will get their day, and the people that are true will always triumph. Truth will always win. I stand by it. If your stream, it's your stream, you can do whatever the hell you want, Mark. I know. I overthink everything though. I literally, if people don't think that I don't get stressed and I don't get worked up and it doesn't cause me to have mad panics and I don't have days where I'm like losing my absolute mind over just like worrying that I'm not going to get an episode out, or that this person might say this, or oh, I better not say that, or I go live when I'm out and about and I'm like, oh shit, I've said something about it. Is YouTube going to have a moan at me because I've said that? Is this person going to constantly is happening? Because we're all human. We all have worries. We all go through stuff and we all think and do things which, you know, which affect us as human beings. Even people out there that might not agree with me. There's people out there that might not like me. There's people out there that might think that I'm this or I'm that, and you want to target me and you want to have a pop at me, right? Just calm down. You know, just calm down. Just remember, right, that there's more out there than just me or whoever else you're having a problem with. There's a big world out there. Stop concentrating on things that are annoying you and go things that do things you like. What was you saying? Couldn't watch the ghostly swizzle all weekend. What weekend? Stu is an example. What's Stu an example of? Uh, I've missed something, haven't I? Mate, at the end of the day, like Clint Eastwood said, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. Yeah, yeah, I know. I mean, a lot of the time people will show that things don't get to them online and stuff, but anything you do, everyone has stuff that gets to them. Just life in general is annoying sometimes, isn't it? Like my granddad when he was alive, he used to say that life is like a rose. You just sometimes have to get through all the thorns to find the good bit, which is just the truth for all of us in life. We've all got things going on. Why make someone else your problem when there's enough problems that you're going to find in your life anyway? Why cause more problems for yourself? Why have hate and problems for another individual? Like, you're wasting your own energy. I know it's difficult though. Welcome in, Pomp. Good to see you. I feel like I'm this like a pep talk now. This Sparks pep talk. Life is like a Werther's original. What? Life was like a box of chocolates. Look what I had thrown at me more, and I'm still going. Yeah, I know, Pomp. Stu's just does the paranormal from a very raw form and don't get himself involved with bullshit. Honey, don't react. He finds a pun and just moves on. I know, yeah. Whatever you put out into the universe, you will receive back twice. Oh, that's very sort of mystical, like uh Buddhist, almost Buddhist sort of attitude. A little bit of Hindu as well. Yeah, like karma, I suppose. If you believe in that sort of thing, some people believe that if you ask the universe for good things to come, then good things you shall be received. I don't know. I don't know. Thing is, as well, if you look for bad, you will constantly find bad. If you go, this is going to be rubbish, then it'll probably be rubbish. If you turn around and go, oh, do you know what? These people are going to not like me. then those people are not going to like you. A lot of people's problems when they get angry with other people and they have problems with other people, you probably find they're actually got problems in themselves, and they're just reflecting those issues out into the world around them. I always try to look at, what somebody else might be going through. Don't get me wrong, there are people out there that are just nasty pieces of work that will do anything to get their way into the YouTube game, right? They use like sort of a prison attitude to a certain extent, where you've got to be the big dog, because if you're not, you're the one um, taking it in the showers, if that makes sense. So they would take that sort of mentality and put it into the content creation that they do, and they won't care who falls below them. Love is the answer. No, we can't get everyone to love, though, can we? One phrase that always bugged me is when people say you only live once. That's not true. You die and you live every day. Someone said something the other day, I think it was Jimmy Carr, and it was something like, stop trying to be better than somebody else, or better than the person. So it was in relation to comedy, because somebody wanted to inspire to be a comedian, and he said, I'm gonna have to find it because I want to get this right before I say it. So Jimmy Carr, inspirational comedian. Let's see if I can find it. If I can, I can. If I can't, I can. There it is.
Hey, Jimmy, I'm a 16-year-old aspiring comedian. Tell me. Okay, great.
Let me find a bit.
People, fungible.
There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Listen.
Write jokes. And I would say the advice I would give you is be a non fungible human. You're not in competition with anyone else, right? No one can beat you at being you. Don't be the best, be the only. Good luck, man.
There you go. Oh shit! But me, I missed loads. One phrase. People. Oh, yeah, but I've done that one. Mental health. All there truly is love. I nearly read the love twice then. There's definitely some nasty people. Yeah, I know. Well, it's just that you get that in every spectrum, don't you? But you wonder, why are they nasty? What have they gone through that makes them so nasty? Are they insecure in themselves? Have they had shit happen in their lives that's made them that way? You're not born nasty. Shit happens to you. Hitler was not born nasty. Shit happened to him, and then he got a twisted view of things, and then went mental. You can love everything, but doesn't mean they have to believe in your life. And forgiveness, great words. Yes, they are. Psychopaths are born. Psychopaths. Okay. If if you've got no moral compass, but then to a certain degree, there's medication that can help that. But yes, in that instance, there's rare occasions, and if you've got some sort of multiple personality disorder where you physically change into someone else and you don't remember what you've done, so you've just gone out and a load of people, right? And then you get arrested, like, well, what did I do? So there's rare medical disorders which can cause it, but in general, people are not born nasty. Yeah, there is indeed. But I'm hoping that this has been an insightful live at the very least. Like I said at the start, um, it's not the normal type of live. It's not me investigating. It's not me talking about my experiences and all the stuff that I've caught and going over the same waffle constantly. It's going into like just the pure facts of the communities out there. There's a lot of them that, oh, before I go, Caroline, if you're watching this from the RAM, what are you doing? Like, I got told off by. No, I didn't get told off, actually. I got told when trying to go to the clock tower. I went there with I ran an event, and this person called Mike came, and he brought his daughter, and his daughter was, I think, like 17 at the time, and she technically wasn't allowed to go in because she was under 18. But Caroline at the Ram is now letting in people like 8, 9, 10, 11, and that place is said to so say have a incubus demon, which is a demon that you in your sleep. I mean, what? Either you've got that demon there or you don't. Because if you have, then why the hell are they there? Really? Anyway, this and yeah, and oh, and there's far too many people going to events as well. Like having 30 people in a small area and then going, we had an amazing time, and you read what they've had. Oh, we had great results on the Estes method. We had great. The cat balls were going off. The EMFs were flashing. I guess someone had their phone going. The Ouija board gave good results. No, it didn't. Idiomotor effect, or somebody was lying. Right? Waffle. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you before I go on a massive tangent. But let's leave it on a good note. Everybody keep going, stay strong, ignore the nonsense out there, don't get yourself involved in too much of the drama. If anyone has a pop at you, don't, just come back with sarcasm or something. Don't let anything get to you. It's hard. I've struggled with things like this, with certain things in the past, like people going and popping up videos and all this sort of thing, but just be yourself. Don't try and be anyone else, like Jimmy Carr was saying. Be yourself. Be you. Don't be anyone else. Stay true. Don't fake. Don't hurt anyone. And keep happy. Until next time, please subscribe, like, and share. And if I don't see you again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. Sleep tight and don't let those demons bite. Namaste. Thank you.